Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Sealeze, part number C380CLA06BL3. That is a part number that when we break it down, it makes sense as to what it is. And let's remove it from the packaging so we can take a little closer look at it. This is a C380, which means it is a combination of this holder, which is a generous heavy holder. This 3-foot length weighs 0.56 pound, so it's not light. What I mean to say is this is a thick extrusion, and it's pretty durable. It's thicker than average, or the inexpensive low-cost models from other manufacturers. So a thicker extrusion on the aluminum. A very nice brush that's inserted in here. So the C380 tells us that it's this holder with this brush. The CLA means clear anodized aluminum, and this is likely available certainly in dark bronze and gold anodized. Now the 06 is a reference to the length of the bristle, and you know, I liken that to 0.6 inch, and that is basically what this material is, and we'll get to that in a moment. The BL is going to be this black bristle at the bottom, and then the 3 in the part number, this is specifically a 3-foot length. This actually measures 36 1/4 in that range, and that's typical. Door sweeps will always, weather stripping in general, will always run a little long for field trimming. Be mindful that there are 3 things happening in here. You've got aluminum, you've got this bristle, but then you have the steel holder. So be mindful when you're cutting this that you're going to be cutting through some steel. So don't run it through your nice miter box saw is what I'm driving at. This is also going to include TEK screws, what they call TEK screws, hex head self-drilling screws. And that is a standard for this manufacturer. They provide hex head self-drilling screws as standard. That is not standard for any other manufacturer that I'm aware of. For Sealeze, it is considered a standard for them. Now, there is an image down below this video that shows the cross-section of what this looks like. And let's take a look at that now. As you scroll down, you can see that this ought to be about 1 3/8 inches overall height. Yeah, right in that range. 1 5/16 inches. You've got almost 5/8 worth of bristle. The aluminum is the balance. Okay. This is a very well-suited door sweep for lots of applications. For any application, it'll certainly seal. It's best used in some applications over than others. If you knew that you were going to have penetration of water, I may not use a bristle. I'd probably use a piece of closed-cell neoprene as an insert. But a bristle is exceptionally effective at sealing an irregular surface. Imagine if you imagine in your mind's eye if you're looking at a concrete sill that's pitted over decades of people stepping over it. Bristle is substantially more capable at handling that versus solid closed-cell neoprene because it's more flexible, and because of this. Imagine if my fingers represented that irregular surface. You can see how well this bristle, especially Sealeze bristle, does at contouring itself over that irregular surface. Other manufacturers' bristle will not maintain a seal as well as Sealeze, and it's because the density of the bristle is so incredibly high. You can't see that, but you can feel it when you do this to the bristle. It feels dense, is what I'm driving at. Okay, so sealing over an irregular surface is really a hallmark of bristle. That's proven by how people in the restaurant business who are inspected, regularly. The inspector's looking for daylight, and the inspector's logic, well, if daylight can get in, so can critters. And people in the know, they don't know why they want bristle. They know that the bristle seals very well, But they want bristle in those applications because they know they're going to cover daylight. They're going to seal out the daylight. And that is proof right there of why that's the case. And Sealeze material would be my bristle of choice when it comes to manufacturing. When it comes to the density of the bristle and sealing what you'd like to seal. Another thing that's nice about bristle in general is that it has a relatively low amount of force required to fold it over a little bit. So it should not really interrupt the job of your door closer or your closing device. Okay, so that's another advantage of this type of material. Available, listed in the site in lots of different lengths. This is a 3-foot length. You can simply order, you know, whatever size you really need, probably up to maybe 16.5 feet, although you get longer than 7 foot, and then the cost to ship becomes noticeably a noticeable obstacle. If you have need for a custom length, order the next longest piece or pieces and indicate in the comment field the net length that you'd like for us to cut the material back to, and we'll be happy to oblige. That will get you the proper slotted hole at the proper distance from the edge, but the centers as well. And you'll notice that this unit has 4 holes in it, and that's typical. If you have a 3-foot sweep, it ought to have 4 holes. It's one more hole given the amount of linear footage in the piece itself. So that's a general rule of thumb. Not always followed, but that's a general rule of thumb. You'll notice that these holes are slotted. That's by design. You want to be able to tailor that to a sill that's not level or to a door that's not plumb. You want just the right amount of seal that's occurring down at the bottom. Too much and your door won't close very well and prematurely wear out the seal, the sweep. Too little and it's the same as not having one. Another advantage of bristle is that it's known that insects don't like to land on it. And while at a door sweep, that's certainly advisable to have a piece of product that insects don't like to come in contact with. But if you took this door sweep and you turned it vertical and you added another one on the other door and a pair of doors, that would then be called a split astragal with these 2 pieces coming in contact. That's a great application to seal a door because you're sealing out very effectively, and those bristles can marginally intermingle together and really make a nice near continuous seal as well. There is a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Sealeze products that we sell, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. I would very much recommend that you review that catalog because they have a unique solution. Imagine in your mind's eye, this unique solution is as follows. Imagine in your mind's eye, you have a pair of aluminum doors, and I just sold a set of this to a client a couple of weeks ago. Pair of doors, okay? I want astragals and I need door sweeps. Great. Think about the astragals and then the door sweeps. Inevitably, you're going to have a disconnect. You're either going to run the door sweep long and the astragal will butt to the top of the door sweep, or you're going to run the astragal long and the door sweep will butt to the end of the door sweep. You are, no matter what, going to leave a gap there. There's going to be unprotected, unsealed area. Sealeze can sell you a kit that will include 2 astragals, 2 door sweeps, but then 2 curved pieces that will butt to the astragal and then curve nicely to the door sweep, giving you a continuous seal. They're the only people who have this. We actually stock a small quantity of them and would match this C380 profile very well. I forget what they call it. Seal kit or something like that. I would call it a corner seal, even though that's really used in a different scenario. But yeah, they actually call it corner seal. That part number would be C380CLA06BL3. Okay, a little corner guy that's there, and we have videos of that material as well. So if you're doing a pair of doors, be mindful. Seal it. If you're going to seal it, then seal it. And you might want to look into that corner seal. If you have any questions on the C380, CLA06BL3, or any other Sealeze product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.